Hey everybody, hi there. Sorry it took me a few days to get this out, but I just wanted to make sure you had a little bit of heads up and a little bit of something to follow to when you do before you do this test on arrhythmias. We finished the entire unit. We did the first part in person, and then we did the second part over Zoom last week. If you missed the one on Zoom, then it was recorded, and I did post that to D2L for that week. So you could definitely go back and watch that and fill in the note sheet so you're not behind. So today was just supposed to be a review of the arrhythmias. So similar to what we did last time, I'm going to walk you through this poll everywhere top type thing, and we'll look at some EKGs together and diagnose them or interpret, not really diagnose, but interpret. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through them. You won't be able to participate in this because it won't be live if I'm not doing it with you in person. But we can definitely walk through, and I'll give you a few seconds to look at it and see if you can figure out which one it is, and then I'll tell you why it is what it is. So I'm going to start with this one. So it says to name this group of PVCs. Okay. So we have four options: couplets, triplets, bigeminy, or trigeminy. And if you remember from the last lesson we just had, that couplets were a couple, so there were two of them stuck together. Triplets were three in a row, so three little kids, three little triplets in a row, PVCs that is. Bigeminy meant it came every other beat, so we'd have a regular beat, then a PVC, regular beat, PVC. Trigeminy meant it came every third beat, so we'd have regular, PVC pause, regular, PVC pause. So looking at this EKG here, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. You try and figure out which one that is. Okay, if you said bigeminy, you got it. Bigeminy is correct. Bigeminy is the correct answer, meaning it comes, we have actually a regular rhythm here, then we see a PVC after it, and then a regular beat, PVC with a little pause, regular PQRST, PVC with a pause, regular PVC pause. And that's the pattern we see there. So that's called bigeminy. Okay. All right, next one. See if you can take a look at this one. And I'll give you about 10 seconds to take a look at it. Here's a hint. Whenever we're looking at arrhythmias, look at the bottom of the arrhythmia, the rhythm strip. That's what it's for, the rhythm. And see if it's irregular or regular, how fast the heart rate is. And we're looking for P waves and or F waves. Okay, so this one, taking a look at this one, let's take a look at the answer. Oops, I don't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that, sorry. I meant to look this one. All right, the correct answer is AFib RVR. So hooray if you got that right. So our choices are A flutter RVR. So fib and flutter, remember, look kind of the same, or we think they look very similar. They both have F waves instead of P waves. Flutter has those identifiable waves that look like a sawtooth, or it looks like it's going around in a circle. This doesn't really have that. So this really can't be flutter. And flutter is typically a regular rhythm. It comes in a regular cadence versus AFib where it's going boom, 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 kind of chaotic, right? So this is definitely not a regular rhythm. We look at the bottom here. There's some that are closer than others, far apart, all that stuff that looks just doesn't look regular at all. I have a little bit of wandering baseline going on here, probably because their heart's beating so fast and it's hard to breathe. That's probably why it looks like that. So it's irregular. I don't see specific P waves. It's kind of hard to even see the F waves because it's so fast. So this would be considered AFib RVR because it's very irregular. There are no specific PQRSTs or P's and T's, and it's a fast heart rate. So this becomes AFib RVR. Okay. All right, let's do the next one. You took a sneak peek at this by accident. All right, I'll give you 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Go ahead and take a look at it. Of the choices, it really kind of can only be two of them, and one of them for sure when we think of the definition of each. Right, the correct answer is SVT. Did you get SVT? Awesome. Okay. SVT, definition of SVT, really fast heart rate, typically over 160, 170 beats per minute. This is definitely fast, right? It's actually coming almost like 2 something because this is 300 right here. Yeah, it's fast. It's in the 200s. So fast heart rate. The next identifiable thing with SVT is that there would be ST depression. So fast heart rate with ST depression. You can definitely see depression here and here and here and here and here and here. We see ST depression in a majority of the leads, and it's super fast, making it SVT. It's not irregular in any way. It's definitely all coming at a very fast, regular pace. So it can't be AFib RVR. Plus, we see that ST depression. So this is SVT all the way. Next one. Which one arrhythmia is pictured below? If I'm answering these too fast, you can always pause and look at it real carefully and then try to figure it out and then come back to me and I'll give you the answer. So we just did SVT. SVT, it can't be SVT because it's not fast enough, number one. 300, 150, 100. It's only 100 beats per minute. Definitely we can throw that one out. Plus I don't see any ST depression. So these are all junctional. Now junctional, if you remember, junctional rhythms all look the same except it's based on the heart rate. And what means looking the same, the P wave in junctional rhythms will either be absent or inverted before or after the QRS. So does anyone see the P wave in this one? So the P wave, if you look at this, is right in front. It is there, it's just inverted. So this is definitely in junctional rhythm. P wave is inverted, and then we figure out that it's accelerated based on the heart rate. So 300, 150, 100, hardly interruption. And here I am at school sneaking this in again. Don't tell anyone. All right, so accelerated junction because the heart rate is 300, 150, 100. It's just below 100. We counted them all up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times 6. Not good with the math in my head today. 16 times 6 gives us 96. So this is definitely below 100. It's not junctional tach. It is accelerated junction. Regular junction is 40 to 60. Accelerated junction is 60 to 100. And everybody gets those mixed up because they're so used to NSR being 60 to 100. So this is coming from the AV junction. It's just realized that it's, hey, I think I should probably go faster than this. So it kicks in and goes a little bit faster. It mimics regular NSR, but you don't even know the difference until you hook them up to an EKG. All right, next one. Take a look at this one. What is going on here? I know you see the difference here. So it was a little bit of, start right here. There's a little bit of fast heart rate, regular PQRSTs. It's starting to slow down a little bit. And then it kicks into a funky looking rhythm. These are big wide like PVCs, right? PVCs though, when they come in multiples in a row, they come really close together on top of each other. So it would be called VTAC if they were really close to each other. They are not close to each other though. So this is considered, oops, I did it again. This is considered a ventricular escape. So it escaped because we have this pause, and then we have a PVC, and then another pause, and then a PVC, and a pause, and PVC. A lot of times the ventricular escapes, the heart rate's really low. This person just came off a stress test, so their heart rate might be a little bit faster than normal. So the ventricular escape happened, and it didn't get slow yet, but it's on its way. You can see we had a fast heart rate to begin with, and then we switched over. We have this little pause, we switch over. switch over to this ventricular escape. That means that the ventricle is going first at a really slower rate. So it's not necessarily a good sustainable rhythm. Um, a lot of times we can snap them out of this pretty quickly. We doing the stress test probably put this person into a ventricular escape. Oops. Sometimes it happens. We don't mean to. It happens that way. So just beware of that. All right, next one. These are definitely groups of PVCs that you can see together. If you look at that rhythm strip at the bottom, you can see a couple different things going on down there. If you want to keep guessing, pause right now because I'm going to give you the answer. Okay, the answer is couplets and triplets. If we look at this rhythm strip at the bottom, you can see there's 1, 2, 3 PVCs in a row. Then we have a couple regular beats, then 3 PVCs in a row with that pause. A couple regular beats, 2 in a row, and a pause. So these are triplets, and this is a couplet. Yeah. So you can have lots of different patterns. Fun for everyone. It's like a variety pack. All right, let's take a look at this one. Well, we start with the rhythm, see if it's regular, see if it's fast or slow, and look for other things. Are they regular PQRSTs or are they a little bit wider than usual? And I'm about to give you the answers. So if you want to keep looking, you can pause it. The correct answer is monomorphic VTAC. Mono meaning one, so all of these should be all like the same size and shape across. So you can see across the bottom here, we have a very universal shape and size. They're coming very regularly and fast. Wide complexes that look like PVCs. So this is considered a monomorphic VTAC. Okay, it's a fast rhythm and a big wide complex. And since they're all the same size, they're monomorphic. If they were different sizes and shapes, they'd be polymorphic. Okay, on to the next one. It's another one. Which PVC pattern do you recognize? This one should be easy. I'm going to give you the answer. Try Gemini because it's coming every third one. We have some regular QRSs. The QRSs are big. They just have left ventricular hypertrophy, not a big deal. Big QRS, then a big wide one, PVC with a little pause. And we have regular PVC with a little pause, regular PVC with a pause. So it's coming every third beat. That's called trigemini. Next one. Ooh, this should stand out like a sore thumb. You should be able to see this from across the room. Be like, I know what that is. That should be easy. Very, very easy. Does everyone see the sawtooth pattern? Down here, eater, 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 eater. Yes, to make that noise. Eater, eater. There's the sawtooth pattern down here. It's pretty universal without throughout too. There's no P's, there's no T's, they're F waves. So what kind of F waves are they? They are flutter waves. This is a flutter. A flutter, flutter waves. Flutter waves look like sawtooths, or if you think of it as 3D, it's like a continuous circle, so like a phone cord going round and round and round. Okay, that's what that looks like. All right, next one. Take a look at the rhythm strip at the bottom. You're looking for a regular rhythm or irregular, and once you've determined that, look for the regular PQRSTs, if there's any F waves, if there's any ST depression, if it's fast, if it's slow. I'm just looking for weird stuff. Okay, as I look across the bottom, I see that this is definitely irregular, right? If it's irregular, it's not very fast either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 6 is 60. So the heart rate's 60. It's not super fast. So it can't be an RVR. It's definitely irregular. So if it's irregular and it's a normal heart rate, it's either AFib or it's a sinus arrhythmia. And the difference between the two is AFib is going to be a very irregular heartbeat, and sinus arrhythmia will have a regular PQRST, just not all spread out the same. It will look normal, except they're not spread out the same. So AFib, let's see what this one is. Did you guys guess AFib? It is AFib. So heart rate's 60, and we can see little fibrillation waves, little F waves in between instead of the PQRSTs. So, and it's very irregular. So this is just a classic AFib. This is what we call controlled AFib. So it's not a crazy heart rate. They're typically taking a beta blocker and a blood thinner to make sure they don't get any clots in there. A beta blocker to keep the heart down so it doesn't get to be RVR. Okay. So this is a controlled AFib. All right. This might be the last one. I can't remember. Okay. What do you recognize in this EKG down below? We got some funky stuff going on down here, right? Take a look at the rhythm. Over here looks like one thing, and over here looks like another. You take a look at the rhythm down here, you can see that it switches back and forth from a couple of different things. So which one do you think it is? Hopefully you guess this one, VTAC and trigeminy. So this right here is clearly a string or what we call a run of VTAC. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of them in a row. And in VTAC, all we need is 4 or more in a row. So this is definitely VTAC. Then we have a nice pause. It goes back into regular rhythm with a PVC. Then a regular, regular PVC. Regular, regular, and then there should be another PVC here. That would be trigeminy again. So we have VTAC and trigeminy all in the same EKG. This is what they typically do when they come out of VTAC. If we are able to break them out of it by doing a vagal maneuver or the cough or whatever, they'll break into something like this: trigeminy, trigeminy, and then eventually the PVC should go away. So that's very common. All right, I think that was the last one. It was excellent. Okay, so that's what I got for you today. The other things that you can do is you can go onto Kahoot, which I did post it. I'll show you what the Kahoot looks like. When you hit the link on D2L to get to the Kahoot, this is what it will look like. And you are to choose classic mode. If it makes you sign in, you can just create an account for free. It's no big deal. What you need to do if you want to play the Kahoot is you need to sign in. It's classic mode. It will show up on your computer. And then just like we're in class, you would join the game from your phone. So it won't advance through the game until you sign in and actually play the game. Okay, so don't get confused. I get people that get confused when they do that. They don't log in. So you'll click on classic mode and it should pop up. I'll show you what it does next. It pops up to this, and then you have to join with the special game pin like we do in class. Okay? That's what I got for you today. I'm going to click out of this. So that's what I got for you today. All done with the arrhythmias. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me a message. Remember that I will not be with you on the 20th. I will not be doing the Zoom at 5 o'clock. I will be out of town. So if you have questions, you're going to have to send me a message. You can text me or send me an email. And on the 20th will be hairy if I get back to you because I'm going to be not available to really do that. But definitely on the 21st, I will be available to do that if you need help with the test or anything else. All right, as always, just let me know if you have questions. Make sure you get everything turned in. And I will see you in person, I believe, on the 27th is on in person. Let me double check before I speak out of turn. But I'm almost positive. Yes, I see you in person on the 27th. All right, let me know if you have questions. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.